Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your May 2024 reading. It's me here, Krystal Clear. Happy to connect with you and offer Spirit's advice, guidance, and insight as you go about this month. So I'm going to start by pulling two oracle cards, one for your energy as you come into the month of May and one for your energy as we leave the month. We'll pull a tarot card for the 4 weeks in between and some oracle cards at the end for Spirit's advice. So let's get into it. Coming into the month, we've got repairing the veil, forgiveness. So yeah, starting off the beginning of the month, there are some things that maybe you hadn't seen before, perspective that comes in that shifts, and it offers, compassion. It offers some mending in relationships, intimate relationships specifically. It can be family, it can be close friends, but this feels like a really heart-based solar plexus type of healing that happens. Some just compassion. I see that yellow all over the place. Really just bringing in like a new opportunity for healing and mending and growing together, repairing the veil. The veil is what is between what is seen and what is unseen, what we know and what we don't know, and how sometimes we just don't know what we don't need to know, and we need to forgive ourselves for that. And as we grow better, we do better and we know better, and we need to forgive ourselves for when we aren't in that place. So it just feels like there's a whole lot of compassion coming in here, starting the month of May for you, Capricorn. And then at the end of the month, we've got winter's dream, gestation period. Yeah, this has been this is going to be, or so it seems, a real, we'll keep it here a minute, peaceful month, a healing month, a month where you can connect with family, you can connect with close friends, you can reconcile some relationships. With the gestation period, it reminds me of an incubation period where there's growth happening and there's repairing and there's healing also coming in. It's also going really deep within this with this healing. When we think of winter's dream, and depending where you are, I don't think May is the winter for you. Maybe it is. But winter's dream is the winter time, is a time where we go inward and we reflect. I feel like May is really going to be a month of reflection for you, Capricorn. By the end of the month, you can, these relationships that you repair, there's a sense of peace that you feel, finally being able to speak this healing, this compassion, and this mending. It almost like heals your soul there by the end of the month. Hopefully that makes some sense. But it's coming into a really compassionate, forgiving, incubation type of time period. If there's been any arguments, or maybe you've been having a hard time with communication with the people that you love, there's some humility that comes in that allows for there to be better communication. There's like a hope for the relationship again, where maybe it's been a bit uncertain or there's been a lot going on. It's like we can finally take a breath together and be on the same page and understand each other a bit better. So first week of May, we've got 7 of Swords. The second week, we've got 6 of Pentacles. The third week, we have the Hermit. Yeah. Hermit is really paired up with that gestation period. And the fourth week, we have Ace of Cups. Yeah, so let's get into it. With the 7 of Swords, that apology, the forgiveness, there's a conversation. It's long overdue that needs to be said. Spirit's indicating that, like in this space, maybe there have been stories that we've told. 7 of Swords is like communication is long overdue, or we've said a little too much and we can't take it back. And there's just an apology that is either coming to you at the beginning of the month, Capricorn, or one that needs to be said here at the beginning of the month. But there is life changes and awareness. Swords is also about not just how we talk, but how we receive our thoughts. And there's an awareness that comes in pretty early on in the beginning of the month where forgiveness is needed and repairing relationships need to happen, and that you're part of that. And so next, the second week, once that repair happens, I feel as if either this second week is like this is the awareness, and the second week it happens. Or the second week is like, once we begin this repairing journey, you know, there's some actions that we take, like we begin to spend more time together, or maybe our communication, like we break through and we start to learn there's been so much going on in each other's lives that we haven't, you know, been a part of. And to me, this Six of Pentacles really is about like spending time with the people that you love, or with yourself, and like really putting in the effort. So there's effort with communication, there's effort with this relationship, or this group of people. Like if it's your family, if you've been, you know, haven't seen them in some time or whatever, there's just unity. Six of Pentacles is like coming together and just like really putting in good effort, everybody doing their part. So that shift happens at the beginning of the month, and then we get into a good flow with the Hermit coming in the third week. It's now reflection. I feel like the forgiveness shifts, repairing with others, and it's like the awareness, the shift, the forgiveness of self. Capricorn, it feels like with the Hermit there is an acceptance of like maybe your role or your part in things. Once there's effort being made and things are starting to shift between you and whoever it is, this forgiveness is happening. There's also forgiveness happening internally. So externally things are coming together, and internally things are coming together. And I see that it has just a lot to do with like feelings and communications here in our like pattern and cycle of how we communicate, how we say sorry, and how we continue to make effort in relationships. So this feels like a lot of intimate relationships coming in for you in the month of May. And finally, we've got Ace of Cups. So this is beautiful. Like there's gratitude. I feel like this mending that happens, and this forgiveness and this coming together that happens by the end of the month, the gestation period with the Ace of Cups, there's peace, there's solace in this, there's just a comfort that you've come into because of all of the healing that has happened. The compassion has come in. Ace of Cups is about vulnerability, and we become more vulnerable in our connections, relationships, and our perspective of it, and we become thankful for opportunities, for mending and for repairing. We become thankful for forgiveness. It's just a really beautiful month there for you, Capricorn. Feels very soft, very reflective. I know, Capricorn, I'm sure you are focused on, you know, just being super successful and doing what you need to do. But this feels like a month where you really slow down, and the success is found in the compassionate connections that are made, the relationships with the people in your life. So let's pull 3 cards here for Spirit's advice as you travel through the month. Excuse me. We've got embrace enthusiasm. And yeah, this is like, see, there's like people here. There's a little group of people. Embrace enthusiasm. Enthusiastically repair the veil. Enthusiastically mend the relationship. Let's be hopeful and embrace forgiveness, instead of necessarily having to focus too much on, you know, the next thing and taking like the next step. And well, we're just going to move on. We're going to move forward. No, we're going to sit for a minute, and we're going to enjoy this. We're going to let it just wash over us. We're going to embrace the happiness that it feels to reconnect, to rekindle, to repair a relationship, and to be honest and truthful with each other. Look at that. All of those, that 7 of Swords there at the beginning, where like we've told ourselves stories in the spaces in between, and we find that, you know, as we continue to be organic and genuine and honest and vulnerable with our feelings, that so do the people in our lives return it to us. And now we're all speaking truthfully and honestly, and our connection is more authentic and genuine as ever, and that is a vulnerable place. But I do feel like the truth finally comes out, and that's what helps this repair. Answer the call is beautiful. It's the effort that I do feel you, and if it's one other person or a group of people, the effort is made. And with answer the call, I do feel like you are the one that either has the ball in your court, or if it comes in, your response really does matter, and it helps the trajectory and the flow of the healing, like the mending of the two and the unity coming together. And that you have just an active role in this repairing of forgiveness and this peace that comes in your relationship, as the other people in the relationship have. So as you do your part to make your world better, it trickles throughout the people around you. So I'm wishing you all the very best, Capricorn. Take care.